that was timed that well. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my goodness, what a show. Craig Burley is with us. Who else is with us? And Nadim is here as well. Frank, I think, is back as well. Is that right? Can we see? Just as a reminder, who's on? Yeah, Frank's there. Frank's on the phone to Colin.
I'm calling Colin. Colin, answer the phone, please.
To be honest,
Colin.
Is it there? I think it was actually the internet company. I think it was the internet company.
I'm trying to call you Frank.
He's calling Frank. Who's calling Colin?
That's you. How are you doing?
I tell you what, I'm not
Do you think Salah? What do you think Salah said to his goalkeeper?
There we go.
I don't have a clue. Good luck, my friend.
What it was, Frank, Mo Salah went up to the Senegalese keeper and went, Colin Udo's internet's horrendous.
That's it.
His internet.
Oh, dear.
I've got a bit of a feeling the second half of this show today is a little bit off the cuff.
Really? Well, that's a suggestion that this show is normally organised.
It generally is quite an off the cuff. That's how we do it because it's not very scripted. You may have noticed. Who wants scripted nonsense?
It's when we are the best. It's when we are the best. When we do
but
that.
I get the feeling we've gone a little bit. It's maybe gone a little bit overboard in that today, right? There's a lot of paper there which suggests you've been flanneling a lot.
Hey, I've been going with the flow.
We did flannel over Real Madrid Granada for a while.
Oh God, yeah, enough of you talking about that. Okay, let's take a look at the questions. What's the first question we've got? Is it the one that we're going to have, or is it a different one? Okay.
Just ask the one that was on.
All of Chelsea's attackers have looked out of sorts this season, Craig. Is Tuchel tinkering too much and imposing rigidity on the front line?
Well, Lukaku isn't looking out of sorts. I'm not going down this Lukaku line.
Well, you just brought him up.
Oh, no. He wasn't out of sorts for a while.
He's out of sorts now. He's rubbish yesterday.
Shall I go back to this point that I made? That he is out of sorts now. He's not alone, but he is out of sorts. But previous to the shenanigans...
Oh, he scored 2 goals.
...that Frank and I talked about, previous to Tuchel making a mountain out of molehill, he'd scored 2 goals in the 2 games he was back.
Yeah.
That's factual.
But that's not flying. That's not flying with momentum. Great player, doing everything you need to do. That wasn't like the.
Hold on. Romelu Lukaku's back in the team as a striker. 2 goals in 2 games.
I know, but I know what you're trying to sell here. But he hasn't exactly been pulling up trees, has he?
2 goals in 2 games.
Right.
And then Tuchel makes this big story out of everything and drops him. And then lo and behold, things are flat again. You're not going to change my mind on this.
No, I understand what you're saying.
He came back.
But really, so the reason he's been rubbish recently is only because of that. That's the reason.
All I'm saying is, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, strikers thrive on momentum. He came back into the team, scored 2 very good goals, and then everything blew up. And lo and behold, he's not been the same player since. That's all I'm saying. The rest of them, wouldn't trust them. Havertz, Werner, wouldn't trust them.
It's a problem, isn't it, Frank?
It is a problem, but I have to agree with Craig. I think the momentum that Tuchel broke, by putting Lukaku out of the business.
2 goals.
After he scored the 2 goals was crucial. But on top of it, I have to add, and we already talked about that the fact that they lost Reece James and Chilwell on the side didn't help because the big man likes crosses. And we don't have crosses with Alonso and Azpilicueta anymore. So maybe that plus that makes that Lukaku is not giving what we are expecting. But I mean, they found the chemistry at the beginning of the season. They were scoring goals like they did in last season, and suddenly they lost it. I don't know if it's because of Tuchel, because of the players, because of what we said just before. That's what it is. That's it.
Nadim?
Listen, I don't watch enough Chelsea to even give you a solid response on that, so please stick with the guys that know more about it. Talk about City and I'm all in.
We've got Man City TV. That's it now. We can only talk to you about Manchester City,
Oh
Nadim.
my God.
Listen,
I won't watch City anymore. I won't watch City anymore.
That's it.
I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to the audience. I don't want to lie.
Why?
So please, you guys take the lead.
Wow.
We are the audience. Frank and me are the audience, isn't it? And Dan. Listen, it will be interesting. 1, to see how the season finishes for them. But 2, what decision they make on Lukaku. If Tuchel has a decision to make.
What decision are they going to make?
Well, they look to sell him. By somebody else. Bearing in mind they replaced Kepa, who was an extremely expensive goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get the same money back from him. They've used him as a number 2, and they've used him well as a number 2 at times in the Cup and when Mendy's been away in the African Cup of Nations. Clearly, they're not going to get that money back for Lukaku if he wants to move to one of these clubs that he's talked about. But what are Chelsea going to do? It's going to be interesting to see what decisions are made.
Craig, why do Manchester United always want Pochettino? Is he any good for this Manchester United side?
I don't know if they do always want him. It's certainly a story that's sort of raises its head in the tabloids quite a lot. He's not a bad manager. I don't think anybody thinks he's a bad manager. It's just I don't know. I think PSG's it's not painting him in a brilliant light at the moment. Although they had a big win today. I suppose he'll be defined in some sense by his performances in the Champions League and the 2 Real Madrid games coming up. So, listen, if he knocks Real Madrid out, he'll be the bee's knees again, won't he, for a short period?
How would you sum up his reputation in Paris at the moment, Frank?
Oh, not a good one. I mean, people think that he hasn't got the key of the dressing room, and as all the former coaches that have been into the Paris Saint-Germain dressing room, you can't hold it. It's impossible. Nobody is the boss there because it's impossible to be the boss. So Pochettino is a good coach. He showed it when he was at Spurs, and if he has the key of the dressing room, if everybody doesn't interfere with him, he might do a good job if the players want to listen to him. I think at Paris Saint-Germain it's very difficult to be listened by the players.
For the lads, right, let's go with you then, Nadem. You're a defender. Start, bench, sell these Premier League legends. Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Vincent Kompany.
Start, bench, sell. That is tough.
What have you got in your ear? What's wrong?
Just trying to figure out that question.
Oh, I see.
They're both three iconic defenders, so I will go. I'll say start. Kompany, bench Terry, sell Rio Ferdinand.
Manchester City, of course.
But I did play with Rio Ferdinand though. Played with him at QPR. Yeah, is that? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to say that.
So I try to understand bench sell. So who I would keep first?
Who would you pick first to start? Which one would you put on the bench, and which one would you sell?
I will, of course, John Terry is my son, so I will pick him first. Then I will pick Rio Ferdinand. I played against him when he was at West Ham, and fantastic player. I never played against Vincent Kompany, but comparing to the 2 others, I'm sad to say that the Belgian guy will have to leave my club.
Wow. Who are you going for you?
Yeah, I'm going in a similar vein, but I might go for Ferdinand over Terry, or Terry over Ferdinand. I don't know. Who do I go for?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right, I'm going to show a bit of Chelsea bias here.
Bit of Chelsea bias.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Terry over Ferdinand, but I don't think there's much in any 3 of them.
What is the most amount of people you have played in front of, Frank? This isn't your theatre, this is your song.
Yeah, because we know that's about 5.
No, it was in, I think at the new camp.
Oh, wow,
How many people? 95,000?
Yeah.
90,000? And after Stade de France and Wembley, 80,000. Yeah, that was the
What's that like, Frank?
Audience. It doesn't change anything.
Oh.
You know, I played against Coventry. In Coventry, it was like crazy. 20,000. It depends. I think Newcastle was the best atmosphere I ever played. And after it's Liverpool. Chelsea was good at the time. It's completely different now. But I was crazy at the time because I didn't win anything. If people are starved of titles, of silverware, they're gonna cheer you up. When they get a little bit, how would I say, they get too much silverware, they get calm.
You get complacent.
So it's Newcastle, it's amazing. 52,000 people, crazy.
What about you, Nathan?
Well, interestingly, after a year of being on the show, I think I've now reached the same level as Frank Leboeuf.
Oh.
Because I too have played at the Nou Camp, but it was for a friendly, but it was a sellout. And also I've played at Wembley, and that was 70, 80,000 as well. So Frank, you and I were basically the same. Our careers are basically the same.
Yeah, very much
Perfect.
so.
We should have played together. We should have played together.
Craig?
Yes.
Well, whatever's the bigger of Stade de France or Wembley. But Wembley before it was renovated, which I think held a bit more. I'm not sure where it holds now. I think it was close to 100,000.
Wow.
I don't know what does Stade de France hold, Frank?
It's 78,000. Or
so
78,000.
Definitely Wembley.
Frank downplaying it doesn't make a difference.
No, I mean, I'm not worried about the crowd. I'm worried about who I'm playing against.
Okay.
More. You know what I mean, so it's like it's not. I think as a youngster coming in, I think all these things play a factor. But I think, when you become a more experienced player, that whether there's 15,000, 20,000, or 150,000, it doesn't really matter. It's about who you're playing against, basically.
Apparently that's it. We've got to wrap it up early today. We spent too much time on that intro.
That's the first time we've got right today. The end.
Just a reminder, ESPN FC, I think Mark Clattenburg is here tomorrow to reflect on some of those big refereeing decisions.
No.
That's why I'm off.
Are you off tomorrow, Ian? What are you going to do with your day off?
I'm going to watch the show.
Oh, beautiful.
Hopefully it's a bit more scripted.
Look forward to the abuse during the show.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.